Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today, checking out some more wild ale from Brasserie Levain in France that I got courtesy of Beer Dome in the Netherlands. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. You guys know Beer Dome. They've been sponsoring their channel for ages now. And this is a newcomer they had on the shop that they were really stoked about. And I've had one blend so far and I understand why. It was really damn good. So I go into a bit more depth about what Levain is in my first video of the Macération Coings, I think it was called, which was elderflower wild ale, which was aged in barrels and then conditioned on elderflower from the Jura region. This is from near Jura, the Jura region in France, which is very famous for a series of wines. So there's a lot of wine stuff going on with a lot of these blends as well. I have a lot of different ones in the cellar to try, which will be really fun. But we're doing this one next simply because there was some interesting spots on the label because it looks like something was starting to grow on it. And I've actually seen that once before with a bottle of wild ale from Mikkeler Bauhain at a bottle shop where there was some kind of fungus growing on the label. And like they tried to rinse it and everything, but it kept coming back, oddly enough. And because of that, it's like a different, slightly fuzzy label these here. Like they're textured. And because of that, I just wanted to drink this first so it didn't spread to my collection of beer. I didn't want any fungus growing on labels. So that's why we cracked this first. So, and it could also just be spillage, and then something grew on there because something was destroyed near this bottle or something. Who knows? With shipping and all. But so this is their Macération Coings. I think that's how you say it, which is Macération Coings. So this is a wild ale with Quince. It's only 5%, which is amazing. Super awesome ABV. And then it's spontaneously fermented, and then it's aged in barrels, and then it's been macerated with fresh quinces picked around Jura's orchards and vineyards. And it was bottled in December of 22. This has been a long time underway, so it's over 2 years in the bottle right now. It will be interesting to see how this one's turned out. And again, spontaneously fermented. What's really cool, I mentioned this just briefly, but Aymeric behind the brewery has done an internship at Cantillon. So he, there's definitely something to be learned there in making these. And I'm not sure that's just, it must be a little bit of part of the reason why at least the first blend I had was good. And from here, this also smells like it's going to be really good. What I love so far is like the balance. These are not necessarily super sour. These balance many different factors. But yeah, let's check this one out. So pours a really hazy golden yellow color. The room really smells like a mix of pear and apple cider right now. There's a lot of aromatic quince here. I think I've only had maybe one or two wild ales with quince. And quince is something that's also very common in Denmark, mainly used for jams and things like that because you can't eat it raw. It's yellow, looks something like a cross between a pear and an apple, and kind of tastes like it too, I think. It's also very popular to use in tea here, actually. So yeah, it's beautiful. It almost looks like a style we shouldn't talk too much about. Here's for days. But it's nice and hazy. It's, that's okay. Some of these bottles I can see now have been standing for a while, starting to clear up a bit, but some also look quite hazy. And that must be because they put in wheat and all kinds of things. It could be the many different things. It's also got honey. How interesting. Maybe that is for re-fermentation. Could be. That would be real natural if the bottles are re-fermented with honey to create carbonation. But yeah, it looks nice in the glass. White, like nice looking frothy head on there. Let's check out the aroma. Wow, there is loads of quince and loads of vinous grape quality to this. Fuck, this smells good. It smells really nice. I think I like this more than the aroma, aroma on the elderflower, surprisingly. Wow, it just smells so good. It's almost like you crossed like wild ale with a dry French cider or something like that. Man, it's like jammy almost. Jammy, fruity quince. It's got like a little bit of a citrus pith and lemon peel. It's so vibrant smelling too. Like it smells great, and all those vineyard notes also really come through. It's like almost like some kind of drying white wine quality. I can't say like grape specifics and stuff because I'm not a big wine geek, but I know there's a lot of difference, and I can definitely see the differences when I drink wines or when I try grape blends in the world of lambic. But it's not like I would be able to say like, oh yeah, it is in barrels of this type. Like I kind of can with beer because beer is my thing. Like I could easier pinpoint that in beer because I'm more well versed in the world of hops and whatnot. But there is something I'm almost positive that's been aged in wine barrels. So this is barrels, but it's so vinous. It smells amazing. It smells like a hybrid between dry French cider, white wine, and a wild ale. Super soft, delicate funk. I don't know if it's just my mind playing tricks, but I'm almost smelling a honey kind of floral note, a dusting of floral nuances in there, and a soft, nice funkiness that's kept quite in check. It's not like super funky as Cruiser, for example. It smells phenomenal though. It's got my saliva going. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. This is like liquid Quince. There is so much quince flavor to this. But it also has some minerality and some earthiness that you didn't pick up on the nose. The sourness in this is also so well balanced. I love it. That's one of the big things so far for this new producer here at Levain. The balance is so great, and they're not like overtly acidic. There's some new wine or wild ale producers that go into it, and then a lot of the stuff they put out in the beginning, or at least some just put out stuff that's really sour. And for me, often it's funny. Observatoire in Denmark talks a lot about this. Simon does. Like for him, it's not like he's not setting out to make something really sour. He's looking to add complexity with these wild microorganisms. It's not really that interesting to drink something that's just really sour because it will dominate everything. You don't get all the delicate nuances. So that the sourness is just like a nice element of the beer is really nice. It's very similar in wine. Like sourness is something, acid is something you have in wine, but it's an element that you can use and you can work with. It's not all encompassing in everything in the product. This is really good. I would say I like the aroma a little bit more because it's just crazy. It also tastes really fucking great. But the aroma is nuts on this. Like, I was thinking this would be something where I'd be like, yeah, this is nice, but I fucking love the aroma on this. It just smells so good. It also bridges the gap a lot between like natural wine, I think, and beer. Because some of the nuances you can get in natural wines and the acidic kind of like funky nuances, I think there's some of that there. Almost like a bit like the unfiltered natural wines where there's lees in there. It's almost a bit like that in the consistency as well. Because there's a powderiness or something about it lately, which I'm guessing is it could be a bit of yeast, like lees, as you'd say in wine terms. But it's got loads of quince. It's just loaded with quince flavor, waxy lemon pith. The floral kind of nuances, that delicate nuance I picked up on the aroma is a bit gone. Aftertaste now is also a little bit of like a juicy kind of lemon note, but also like that waxy pithy thing. Really drying, oaky finish. A little bit of tannin action in the back, just gnawing a little bit, which is nice. It's not like loads. A lot of bright vineyard qualities as well. Like this bright, snappy, green apple wine kind of note almost. Like, well, I guess the green appley notes is also from the quince. And also hints of pear. I'm so stoked that the quality from the get-go is just great. Like, this just has me so excited about drinking the rest I've got. This is something to watch. They just started selling Levain in Denmark. You guys need to get on it if you're from Denmark. And you can get these. I think Beer Dome still has some blends. And I mean, I think a few web shops still have them. So you can try and look them up on Google. But this is really, really good. I think we're going to be around the 93, maybe close to a 94 once again. It really also opens up a lot as it sits in the glass. But man, I'm really looking forward to the others. Awesome stuff. That does it for Levain Macération Coings. Their Quince Wild Ale. Check it out. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. I'm not sure this variety is still available, but they do have a few left of varieties from Brasserie Levain. So check them out. Link for the shop is down below. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Instagram and all that social media jazz. And I want to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.